Alright, well, it's Thursday night, and season 8 has all been shot, and I have a party to go to in a couple of days, so I actually have to redo my hair. So, let's do this. Let's see how I can do this, because this is it. This is all this is. I know it grew a lot, but, I just want it longer, and it's a little bit messy right now. So, tonight I'm going to take these out. I'm gonna just take these. Maybe I should move this a little bit closer. Hopefully it's okay. I'm just gonna take these out. So here's the stick where I can put my braids through and then comb it out. Here's the comb where I can comb it out, and here's the hair scrunchie where I can just um pull it through like this. And I have newspaper to comb the hair out on. So this is gonna be a different kind of live stream. Oh, and I have water here, like this green cup here, so I wouldn't get thirsty. Because usually like at this point in time, I'd be watching a video while I'd be taking out my braids. But this time, I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and like live stream me taking out my braids while I'm talking. So here it goes. So earlier today, I did the whole bisexual coming out as bisexual thing. And amazingly enough, unlike a lot of my videos, it actually like people actually watched it. Um, is it something you guys actually want me to do more often, like uh vlogs and all that? Uh, because I could totally do it, but I'm not that smart enough to do those kinds of vlogs or whatever. Uh, man, this might take a while because usually I'd actually be doing this all in. These are usually in corners, but this time I did them in flip. So this is gonna take a while. Uh, Hopefully nothing breaks. Oh, let's see what we got here. Uh, I. Oh no, it's no. Don't worry, it's no problem if you barely have time to do that. That's something I would do if I woke up at 6 a.m. Yeah, I mean, 2:10. Oh, live streaming. Oh, Overwatch then. Okay, that's what you're talking about. Okay, no problem. Uh, but it's on video form. I wonder if she is watching. Oh, somebody I talked to on Discord. Oh, but those are my gaming hours. Okay, that's fine. Talking to a friend here who I met on Discord, and we play Overwatch, but I haven't got the time to do it because like our times are pretty. Our time, I think we live in different times, so there's that. Oh, my hair's already like okay. I have no gaming hours, so this is it so far. Uh, oh no, I'm not a comedian. I'm just taking out my braids. Smiley face. Oh no, not that smiley face. Uh, I'm just taking out my braids and seeing what's good. So, yeah, man. All right. So season eight's been finished. Season eight's shot. Everything's shot. I think I edited about since 5 in the morning. I shot. No wait, I edited about. Let me see. One, two, three, four. 4 episodes. I edited 4 episodes today. I started editing a fifth, but I decided to do this. And yeah, the last episode I shot today, and then I like decided, I'm just gonna do the hipster quiz thing, and yeah, apparently I'm a hipster, a stupid, stupid hipster. Man, that sucks. Man, I have popular things. I like popular things. Like there's an Adventure Time poster right behind me, as you can see, and I have a regular show poster and a Futurama poster, and over here is a Blink 182 poster. Uh, man, I should probably like put this on put this on Twitter so people can see because I don't have anybody watching. So we go live. Man, hopefully my family don't call me downstairs because that'll be ridiculous for me to just leave people here and just like for a few minutes, which has happened. Except my friend decides except the times where my friend is alone while I have to get dinner for the both of us. And after this, I'm gonna have to go ahead and vacuum and shake the sheet out of my mattress. And the reason I have the newspaper in front of me is because when I like comb out my hair, hair goes everywhere, and I just wanted to get it like all the way like right here. Oh man, these are really easy to take out. Oh no, these are really easy to take out. So yeah, just doing this live stream, like not many people are gonna watch. Like not many people usually do watch my things, except my movie reviews. But those are crap. Um, I'm just gonna talk about what I have like seen around me. Like I have a Rick and Morty poster up here. Speaking of like hipsterdom, if I'm so hipster, how come I watch Rick and Morty? But it has been a while since I watched Rick and Morty, mostly because I was watching Mystery Science Theater on Netflix and on YouTube because I like watching the old the original series, Mystery Science Theater. Like the day that show, like the day I was gonna watch The Gauntlet, I haven't finished watching. I'm in the middle of I'm on the last episode. When I wanted to watch it, I tried to find my Mystery Science Theater shirt and put it on Twitter and saying my body is ready, but I couldn't find my shirt, and I'm like, oh Christ, well that sucks. So yeah, this is it so far. So I'm just gonna put more in here. These are really easy to take out. So made two strand. Yeah, this is two strand twist. Um, I haven't. I was gonna do single braids, but apparently single braids break my hair, so no single braids. Yeah, so this is gonna be a bit. This is a bit easier to do. So I decided, twists are fine because cornrows. I'm actually stuck in between either wanting to do cornrows or twists because yeah, and as you can see, I have tattoos, like my star tattoo. This small one, this small moon crescent moon was the first one I ever got, and then I have another one that was like that. Like a couple of weeks later, after that, I ended up just doing the other one, and then the star ones, like these, the ones surrounding it, are the next ones, and I can't really get out right now because I'm sitting on my base amp and I just don't want to. I'm too comfortable. I have tattoos of an eye, which is on both near both ankles. I have tattoos of an eye, which is a reference to a series of unfortunate events. And yeah, and above that is an egg tattoo, um, which is I think means like the symbol to everlasting life. I think I'm not sure. I forgot, but I figured like that's a really cool idea. And like speaking of like tattoos, I have a book here called Knives and Ink, which is about these chefs and their stories, like these chefs and their stories behind their tattoos with recipes, which I will eventually. Like I've read before, and it's great. It has some very heartwarming stories, some very tragic. But I recommend it to anybody who has tattoos and is a chef, or is interested in cooking and likes tattoos, or just likes reading in general, like me. Eventually, I'm just gonna go ahead and do some sort of book tour, but that's gonna take a lot of time because there are books here in this drawer that date all the way back to when I was in elementary. So what happened was, like in elementary school, I used to be a huge bookworm, and I still am. Um, like I used to go to the school library every day after school just to read like Goosebumps books because before the school I went to, like before I was in grade five, there were not many like Goosebumps books or scary books that I would see on just usual like young adult or whatever like books that are very popular. So yeah, I did that. There was that, and the books I had was required reading. And eventually, I came across the library when I went in grade three, I mean, five, and I just read Goosebumps. Like yeah, I was a horror. I was like a horror fan. Like I liked um horror stuff, like stories, movies, books, TV shows, whatever. And ate that shit up. And then eventually, because the library at our school was like kind of a little, it was fine, but it was kind of a little bit small. I eventually ran out of books that I wanted to read. Eventually, like when I was in grade, like I read so much. Eventually, I had to like break out of my comfort zone in terms of horror and just like flat out read anything else. And that's how I got into like Harry Potter. Like this was before the first movie came out, and I'm being dead serious. I didn't know when I was reading the first two books. I didn't know that there was a movie coming out. Like this was before I found out like there was a movie, and I'm like, wait, there's a movie about this, and this is unreal. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna do this, and it was fun for the time being. Like I liked it. I generally liked the books. Like I used to have the first one, but my dad took some things out of my room years ago, and he's like, "Okay, I'm gonna put it in the box. I'm gonna put it in the garage, and it's never been seen again." I'm pretty sure he threw it away or it's in storage or something. Just like the list of my self-loathing. So yeah, my self-loathing thing, my self-loathing list. So great, like yeah, yeah, it's totally fine. Um, I have a third one because a family friend let me have it, but I don't have it anymore. Let me see. Let me get this. The first one I borrowed from the library. The second book I borrowed from a friend who I got a ton of Goosebumps books from. They're not. Some of them are around this room. I just don't know where. Some of them are lost within the fabric of time. I don't know where they went because my room is very messy. What was it? I borrowed it from a friend and I gave it back to him. The second Harry Potter book. The fourth one, I read this. I read the first one, the second one, then the fourth one, then the third one. So I read so I didn't know much about what was going on. But the like I know Voldemort's not in the third one. I don't think he is, but I there's some key moments where I don't know what was going on. Like I think it was the Firebolt thing, and Sirius Black was in the third one, and I was like, where did he come from? When I read the fourth one, and then when I read the third one again, I'm like, oh yeah, this makes sense. Uh, so the fourth one I got from the school library, and let me tell you, Scholastic book, like Scholastic book. This was the old copy, not the new one. The Goblet of Fire was this big. it was about 700 pages, which today is nothing for me because I've read a Stephen King It twice. The second time I read in 4 days, 250 pages a day. Like I kept track. So it was 1,000 pages long. It is 1,000 pages long. 250 pages a day, done in 4 days. Although, even though I read it twice, there's a certain scene involving the children that is still icky to me, which is why I'm kind of like maybe I don't want to read the third one, read it for a third time. But you know what? Whatever. So let's see what we got here. Uh, still no, still nothing. Still no one's here. Like no one is viewing it. But that's okay. I'm just here to talk. Whatever. And so the fourth book, um, I borrowed from the school library. Uh, it took me I think it took me a couple of weeks because at that point that was the longest book I've ever. I was gonna say written. I'm like I didn't write Harry Potter. It was the longest book I ever. Um, what was it called? It was the longest book I'd ever read at that point. So there was that, and there was a lot of schoolwork. So I'm like, I just want to get this done. And some of my favorite memories about reading books was when it's like at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock p.m. I'd be outside of this room. I would have a book in my hand and I would have the lights on right here, and I'd sit near the stairwell right here and just read. Everybody else would either be asleep or out, but I'd just be outside in the night, outside my room, not outside the house, like outside at night, just reading a book. Just just the calm serenity. And that's kind of the reason why I stopped bringing my MP3 or earphones on the bus or on the way to work or going out because I just since everybody else is doing it, oh god, I sound like a hipster. My last video was about me trying to prove that I'm not a hipster. Um, no, no, that's not right. Um, me trying to be a hipster and all that. But since everybody else has earphones and they're using the phones, I just decided not to. I just decided not to like. Starting from last year, I just decided to leave my MP3 at home. So yeah, so I just get out of the house with no music. It's just me, my backpack, and a few books in my bag. And whenever I do have work, my phone is off. From the moment I get up, like the moment I get up, which is around 8:30, all the way to around 1:45 p.m. on days that I have work, my phone is off. It's off for that entire time. So I wouldn't be distracted by anything. Just me reading a book on the bus. And then at the Tim Hortons I go to before work. And then at noon, I get out of the Tim Hortons and I walk without any music, just me walking and thinking of ideas for episodes or content for this channel. And I just go into work. My shift doesn't start until 3, and I get changed, sit in my locker, and just read. Like no music, no phone until 1:45. I just read. I sit in front of my locker on the bench and read because I just need to like wake up a little bit. Everybody needs to wake up, and that's what I do every time. And so it's totally a fine thing just to like go ahead and just be like just do what you want to do. I'm just gonna go ahead and just do that. And yeah, I've already sent a tweet, but Hopefully someone will get it, because I'm not getting anybody here. So yeah. So what happens is what was I gonna say? Oh, reading about Harry Potter. So the fourth book I ended up like reading when I was at the in elementary school, and then the fifth book I got on my birthday when I was 13 or 14. My dad gave me a bag, a new backpack, and a new Harry Potter book at the time, which was The Order of the Phoenix. I got it for my birthday when it came out. I don't have the bag anymore, but I still have the Harry Potter book, which is in that drawer over there. That could be a good, decent place to reread, but I should reread that again. I should read the entire series. So the sixth, actually have a bit of a funny story about the sixth book. So the sixth book comes out, and it was I went to the library, and it was back when like this was before self checkouts. Like the librarians checked out your books, and this was before smartphones, so you didn't really just you had to go up to the people and say, "Hey, I want to put this book on hold," and like that was it at the time, and you had to talk to the librarians, I think. So it just went to show like, and this new Harry Potter book, which was the Half Blood Prince, what happened was it was so heavily requested, like that it was so heavily requested on hold that it was all the copies of it were behind the librarian, so nobody would touch it. Like the whole section for everybody, there was a shelf, and for these copies of the new Harry Potter book, it was behind the librarians. That's how much how big this was. And Harry Potter is still kind of big. It's just that it was overshadowed by Twilight. I still like Harry Potter better. It has flaws, sure, but I still like it better. So I remember like one day I was it was when the book came out. It was like 2 weeks old, and I'm like, well, I see the Harry Potter book fair, and I'm like, I know I'm not gonna get it, so I'm just gonna go walk around and see what other books I have. Then I go to the section where there's the Harry Potter books section. I'm like, okay, fine. I'm just gonna go do the see under R and see this, see where it is. And then I just like I'm like, okay, let's see. The first Harry Potter, second Harry Potter, fourth, fifth, sixth, the sixth Harry Potter. Wait, hold on, what? Like it was right there. There was a book right there. The new one right there, and I'm like, okay, something's wrong. Maybe this isn't another language. So I check. I take out the book and I check. It's like, no, no, this is English. I'm like, okay, maybe something's wrong with it. Maybe it's ruined. And I just quickly flip over the pages, and I'm like, okay, it's fine. And I'm literally confused. I'm not excited. I'm just really confused. I'm like, look, this is supposed to be, it's, and I'm like, okay, maybe they forgot about this, and I'm gonna check it out. And they're like, okay, sorry, we have to take this because this has been on hold for somebody else. I'm like, all right, I'm fine. And I'm like, okay, I don't have any other books to check out, so maybe I could just go up to the librarian and say, hey, I'd like to borrow this. So I give the librarian my card, and the person scans it, and they scan the book, and they're like, okay, here you go, back in 3 weeks. And I'm like, thank you. And I'm like, is no one stopping me? Can I mean, I understand if somebody stops me because this is the new Harry Potter book, but can somebody say, "Oh, sorry, by the way, we need this book"? And I'm like, "Okay, fine. I'm just gonna go ahead and take this book out." And then I ride back home with my sister and my dad, my sisters and my dad. And I'm like, "Okay, maybe." Like I was about to, I'm like, "Okay, something's gonna happen. Something has to happen." And I'm like, and I got out of the library, and I'm like, "Okay, maybe the sensors will go off." Maybe the sensors will go off, and they're like, okay, sorry, we need to return. You need to return this. Somebody actually requested this. I'm like, okay. And then I walk past the sensors, and I'm like, so it's not beeping. Is it's like okay. And then I'm just legitimately quiet throughout the entire ride home. I'm like, okay, maybe when I get home, they're gonna like ask for the book back, maybe as a mistake, and like nothing. And so I'm like, okay. So I'm sitting, like right now. This is my bed. like where this camera is, it's on my bed. And I'm like, okay. And then I lie down here and I'm like, I'm just gonna read the first. I'm just gonna read a few pages until this happens. And so I kept reading and reading. I'm like, okay, any moment now they're gonna call me back. Say, okay, we need the book back. I'm like, okay, but that never happened. And I ended up reading the book in about 4 days. And it's like, oh, okay, that's cool. So it's like, so I didn't. Here's the thing. So that's the thing. Just didn't even think that I would actually get the book, but I'm like, holy crap, I got it. Nobody asked for it, and then I'm finishing in 4 days. That's amazing. And then the last book my dad bought me while I was at the store. I think it was, oh crap, was it? I forgot. I forgot which store it was, but I remember it's like, oh, it's a new Harry Potter book. You want it? And I'm like, okay, my dad just bought me it. And I still have the last Harry Potter book, which is the Deathly Hollows. And I'm like, yes, I got it. And I ended up finishing that in about 3 or 4 days. So yeah, that's actually pretty fun. Like, yeah, man, this is stuck. So so it's actually pretty fun. As for the movies, I think they're fine. Um, Ironically, well, I'm gonna get this later. The first, I remember watching the first movie, and it was back when we had DirecTV, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, or into some cases the Sorcerer's Stone. And I remember being like, "Oh my god, this is amazing! This is actually really a great thing." And I could finally hear how to pronounce Hermione. I always pronounce it Hermione, and I'm like, okay, it's Hermione. So well, at least I got something. I learned something, right? And so, like, it was fine. I liked it back then, and then rewatching it about, what, a few years ago, I'm like, this is okay. It's just, like, it's not as good after, like, the later movies get fresh in my head. Oh, man. Like, after the later movies get fresh in my head, it's like, oh, well, it's not as good. And then the second book, it's like, no, in the second movie, I'm like, I like this a little bit better. It's a lot darker than the first book, but that goes to show you that things get darker. And then the fifth, no, third one. Uh, third one. That's my favorite one. Ironically enough, that's the one that doesn't have Voldemort. A lot of plot holes. A lot of plot holes, but it's my favorite one, considering it pretty much established what Harry Potter wants to establish. Fantasy that goes dark. And I mean, it had some dark moments, but this is the one where it got credibility for like growing the beard, as like everybody would say, or some people would say, like getting better. And then the fourth one, uh, keep in mind, like the fourth one, there were some issues with the fourth movie, but I liked it okay. And then the fifth one, I watched it. I only watched it once. I barely remember it. Wait, no, or the sixth one. The sixth one I barely remember. I've only watched the sixth one once. And then the seventh one. Uh, I thought it was okay. I thought it was a good setup, but okay. I know. Here's the thing. I love Harry Potter, but uh, here's the thing. I love Harry Potter, but I blame that series for the whole splitting the last book into two movies, like Twilight. Why did the Breaking Dawn need to be two parts? And keep in mind, I watched all the Twilight movies twice, one on their own. One of them I watched in theaters, and then all of them again on my own in a row because I thought, hey, if my sister could do it, I could do it, and it seemed like a good idea at the time. Actually, it was a good idea for the first three movies, And then I got to breaking down part one. I'm like, oh god, this is dull. Why did you make this? Why did you make this two parts? You could have made it one big movie of 2.5 hours. That was it. Just take a like the the second part is a huge improvement because things happen in it. It's stupid, but things happen in it. The first part is like, what the hell? What the hell are we doing here? It's like, what the hell? It got boring, and I'm like, this is tedious. It's just bad. And the book and the last Twilight book is what 400 pages. It's just as long as the other books. I never read the other books. Well, I read the part of the first one, but I'm like, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it because I was kind of. Here's the thing. I was kind of interested about this Twilight phenomenon when this was happening in high school. I'm like, oh, Twilight's amazing. Like, I gotta check this out. And my sister had the first book, and I'm like, okay, I'll just read it. And I read the first 50 pages. I'm like, I can't do this anymore. This was again high school. This is high school, and I just couldn't do it. And I thought, oh god, this is just stimulating. I might as well just read anything else. So yeah, that's what I did. You know, brain food instead of junk food, which I stopped. I'm gonna stop eating junk food until 2020. I might as well just do a vlog about it. Because I'm doing a vlog about anything else, might as well. So uh, yeah, I don't know why movie. I know. Okay, I know why they do. Like people, like people are like splitting the last book into two movies because money. I understand that. It's just that there has to be a reason for it. Like the Harry Potter movies have an excuse because that book was long as sin and it established setup and payoff, which the second part of the movie did provide. And amazingly enough, the last movie, part two of Deathly Hollows, was the first movie I ever saw in theaters. Wait, no, sorry. It was the first Harry Potter movie I saw in theaters. Ironic. And I remember because I remember I because it was the day Amy Winehouse died, and I remember I'm like, okay, it's like okay, well, my friend and I, Andrew, we're gonna see Harry Potter. I'm like, I made an Amy Winehouse joke, and he's like, that's not funny. I'm like, why not? Because she's dead. And I'm like, wait, what? And this was before I actually had internet in the house. So I'm like, so when he went up to so I went on his computer and I found out, oh my god, Amy Winehouse is dead. Holy shit! And I made a freaking Amy Winehouse joke. I'm like, well, I mean, it's gonna happen again eventually. Me making an Amy Winehouse joke. Usually with me and him, just mostly him. To him, it's more like I just make jokes too soon. But I mean, there's an excuse with James. Like, what was her name? Joan Rivers. I had a legitimate excuse because it's like, well, she makes fun of herself all the time. So, like, if she dies, I can make fun of her and she wouldn't even care. She's like, oh, go for it. Um, so when she died, I'm like to my friend, like, now how's so all the plastic in the world just gonna go to waste now that she's dead? And he's like, oh my god. And we were in the middle of a supermarket, so it's like, so yeah, so yeah, I have like in terms of that friend, yeah, I say a lot of too soon jokes, so it's fun just to get his reaction. I just say things to him just to get a reaction. And like, are you insane? I'm like, well, yeah, you're friends with me, aren't you? So yeah, I don't even know why I need this. I'm just doing it with my fingers. That's what she said. Yada yada yada. Yeah, so I'm just gonna go. Like tomorrow morning, I'm just gonna go out and I'm just gonna go ahead and like I'll probably be out all day. Mostly because I have to shop for my nephews for Christmas. I have episodes to edit, which I'll probably edit the an episode, and it'll make it a fifth episode, and then I'm just gonna be down to the ones I shot today, and that'll be it. It's gonna be fine and fantastic. So yeah. Oh God, man. Uh, this is going much quicker than I thought. Now that I'm just talking out loud instead of just muttering to myself or listening to a podcast. Might go just be doing this. So yeah, that's fun. It's 6:45 now. I think I've been doing this for about 30 minutes. Yeah, just talking. Man, this is fun. Like I've been growing out my hair for like 10 years. I want to grow it longer. Uh, but this is like, man, I had it long. Like I had it. I have to cornrow it probably. Just to make it grow longer. Like Jesus. This is not a good look for me. Uh, well, what was I gonna? What was I saying? Shoot. Don't even need water right now. Hmm. Do I have anything on back here? Uh, no, not really. Man. Okay. So yeah, I watched all the Twilight movies. I feel the hair coming down. Yeah, I watched all the Twilight movies in one day. Some people would say that's psychotic. It is, but whatever. So yeah, I watched all the Harry Potter movies. I watched the two installments of Deathly Hallows in one day. Mm, kind of good. It was a better idea. I had good taste. It was back when I thought, oh, I'm just gonna look at Rotten Tomatoes and see what movies got bad reviews, so I can just nitpick them. Yeah, I'm an asshole. So yeah, kind of an asshole thing to do, but yep. And this is it so far. Just a half Nelson. Uh, let's see, not half Nelson. What am I saying? One Nelson, and now for the other half of my head. It's gonna. I'm gonna comb it out afterwards. All right, let's see. Oh man, it's kind of a mess. But then again, I did do this like a month ago, so it's it's always been gonna be like this. Oh, still nobody watching, but lip. Um, what else to talk about? Yeah, so I got new tattoos a couple of weeks ago. I'm gonna put this back on because it's getting to be a mess here. Um, yeah, I got new tattoos recently. Um, like I don't know if you can see them. Shoot. They're on my Twitter if you look at it. Like if you look it up, they're on my Twitter, but they're pretty much like rose tattoos, and then there's leaves. So yeah, so there's that. But they're only on my front. Next month, I'm getting some more on my back. Like same pattern. Man, I should have just taken off my sweater. And this is all I've been wearing for season 8, and it's right here. I have to put that to wash eventually. I have more of these, like these what was it called, cardigans or whatever. Like I have more in this closet right here. Like in terms of all these things, like these like vlog things, I'm thinking about like doing a lot more of them because I actually want people to watch my stuff, and I guess I'm gonna have to like grow my audience, like I'm growing out my hair, you know. So I'm halfway. Apparently, according to my head, it's halfway done. You like it now? Anybody? No, no one. Uh, I was told that people would actually be watching things by 7, and apparently they lied to me because nobody's watching. Like, and uh, it looks messed up, but uh, like this time I got my hair done by different people, so that's why it's easier to take out. Uh, like a little bit easier, but man, this does not do anything me justice. I haven't drinking any water for a while, and I have Chinese food here that I'm afraid it's gonna spoil. I should have put that shit in the fridge a long time ago. Jesus, I should have put it in the fridge. Uh, this holy shit! This newspaper is from September 9th, 2014. Holy crap! So I've been using this particular newspaper for my hair for years, for 8 years. Yeah, that's something. So I'm like, since I talked about my bisexuality, I'm just gonna talk about a crush I had. Um, a recent crush. Uh, well, I when I was getting, I was me like I said this on a live stream recently. Like me and my friend who you've seen before were at a tattoo convention in Toronto, and this was during Ramadan. This is when I got these tattoos here. This is when I got these, and it was me and my friend. We were at a tattoo convention, and I was like, you know what? I should get a tattoo since I already have some. And so I like, and this is during Ramadan. So if you know what Ramadan is, it's a period of time where one cannot, one has to fast. So from sunrise to sunset, you can't eat or drink. So you have to go the whole day without eating or drinking. Food I can do, but drinking is going to be kind of tough. But here's the thing: if you want to get a tattoo, you have to eat beforehand so you can get your blood sugar up. So yeah, it was hard. So we I didn't end up like getting my eye tattoos until like 9, and so we were just walking around, and that's how we got like the dress I wore for that's how I got the dress I got for the Pride Parade, and it was actually really cool. Like I enjoyed that dress, and that's how I got it. And so I was what was it called? We were just walking around, and I see somebody who I knew, the only person I knew, and he's like, hey, and he recognized me, and I recognized him. I'm like, hey, how's it going? We're just talking back and forth, seeing what's up, and I told him I was getting a tattoo. He's like, oh, cool, I'm over there, and then it's like, great, and my heart was like pounding, and I was sweating, Maybe it's because of the long sleeves I was wearing on a hot summer day, but I was like sweating and my heart was like beating. And my friend is like, hey, like, I was like, oh my god, he's cute. Oh my god, he's cute. And my friend's like, well, you didn't seem like you were kind of calm about him. I was like, no, like outwardly, I was calm. But the inside, I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna faint. Oh my god, I'm gonna faint. Oh my god, I'm gonna faint. And I was like, oh god, I'm seriously gonna faint. Oh god. And I'm like, okay, calm down. Okay, just walk around, and that's it. Just go ahead and walk around. And you're like, oh god, shoot. And I couldn't stop. And I didn't see him for the rest of the day because if he saw me, I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna die. So yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, he's cute, but I think he's straight. He has to be. He is straight. I'm pretty sure he's straight because he's nice and he's charming. He's nice and charming, and he has nice eyes. Yeah, yeah. Now I can't tell that story on a vlog. I can't tell that story on the vlog because it's going to be on here, and I already mentioned it. But I'm not going to tell you his name, even though my friend actually said it. She said it out loud. I'm like, well, I can't bleep out his name because that's a. This is a. I looked at the time afterward. I'm like, well, I can't bleep out his name because it's a 2 hour live stream, so I can't. I can't bleep out his name. So I'm just gonna hope for the best, and I'm gonna hope for the best and hope that he never sees this because my friend is an asshole. So yeah, hopefully he never sees this, even though I'm talking about it right now. And if he's watching, just know it's probably just a man crush, like just a man crush, probably. Even though I can't stop thinking about him. Maybe it's an infatuation, just like somebody I said too much. I said too much. Yeah. So yeah. See, this is all that's left. Like I have these. I have this little one here. Yeah, this isn't as dirty as it was when I took out my corn rolls after 2 months because those were messy. And so like, oh my god, like this doesn't seem that long. Like I want it longer. Let's see in the mirror over there. This is going faster than I expected, but whatever. It's going slower than I expected, but whatever. I'm just talking. So I'm just talking about crushes. Like uh I'm in a frick like I'm in like some sort of vlog that a young teenage girl would do. Uh well, let me tell you about another crush. It was in high school. She had red hair. I had a crush on her in grade 9. I was gonna ask her out in grade 10. Something happened and I didn't go to school. Then I just didn't see her again, and she was cute. Yeah, yeah, she was cute. I actually did see kind of. I did actually see her at the mall a bus ride away. Like it was me and my friend. We were at the supermarket and we were just yeah, we were just chatting. Me and my friend, who you see on the live stream, Agnes, we were just chatting. And then I see her in the lineup, and I'm like, oh, okay. I was about to tell, but I got distracted by Pocky. Yeah, I got distracted by Pocky. I'm like, Pocky! And then I forgot about it. And then I was like, oh, yeah. And then I told my friend a few weeks later, I'm like, oh, yeah. I saw my crush at the supermarket. You were there. So, yeah. And no views. No viewers. I had one. And then it's like, oh, I don't want to listen to this guy talk. I don't want to listen to this guy talk. He sucks. totally sucks. Like, I can't ask him a question because he's just gonna be rambling on like he's an old man. Yeah, sorry, I just do that a lot. Usually, whenever I ramble, I'm in my bed alone. Yeah, that's sad. So I'm just doing this because I have to rebraid my hair. Oh God, that hurt. That hurt my eye. So I'm going to go to a Christmas party in a couple of days. I'm just gonna rebraid all this. Yeah, I'm just gonna rebraid this. Yeah, I'm just gonna rebraid this into cornrows because well, I don't know what's going on with my hair. Usually it's like I think it's a bit fried. It seems a bit fried. I should probably wash it just to like get some bounce on it. Hopefully, like I'm going the first thing in the morning so I can get like it's first come first serve. So hopefully I can get it by the first thing in the morning. I'm leaving at like 10 a.m. Same time I usually get out of the house anyways. So yeah, and I have like a couple of more episodes to edit. When I get home, I'm hoping I can actually get shit done or get a lot of shit done by tonight because it's like wow, man, this like I didn't think I'd actually get this far in the season this time because it's like I did more videos on this channel than I have like in the past. Like it used to be like once a week. Now it's just a few times a week. No, it's a few times. Now I do vlogs. It's a comedy thing, I guess. But nobody's watching, so it's funny. Ironically, haha, it's funny. Ironically, ha 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 ha. Oh man, and I just want my hair to go down my shoulders. I want to do that. I want that to happen. My God. Ah, so people are watching my coming out video. Coming out as Canadian. Hard to believe it was only a few hours ago. I came out as Canadian. Now everybody hates me. Instead of the oh my God, he's unfunny, I hate him. Now it's like oh my God, he's Canadian. Everybody hates me. Yeah, that's rich. And here's to all one of you who's watching. Hmm. Let's see. Ow. Okay, this one isn't combed all the way up. Really hope nobody's gonna be there when I get there, because I have to go out with friends for a meetup. So yeah, I have to go out for a meetup again with a couple of friends to get presents. I already know what I'm gonna get my nephews. I already got gifts for my family. I just have to get it for my nephews. I'm not gonna tell you where I hid them because, quite frankly, I don't know where I hid them. I'm just gonna have to go to Dream World and remember. I'm just gonna have to go to sleep and just remember where I put them, just like I did last year and the year before. How's this? All right, this is gonna be fun. Oh my eye. Well, and here's my towel to wipe my hands on, and here's a cup of water. I need to wash this cup. Ah, and my eye. I got hair in it. All right. So I was thinking about doing a memory vlog, or just advice, like giving advice to people, because this has been a comedy channel since 2011 when I started doing this. I was right here sitting on this amp doing my very very first movie quote unquote review of Zombieland. Ah, memories. And by the way, some of that I don't know. With that very first video, I didn't script it. I took notes, like bullet points, and that was it. That was pretty much it. I just put bullet points. It was just bullet points, and yeah, that was it. And I just improvised things. And so, like later on, I decided to script it, and it was fun at first, but then it just got hard. It just was like, I'm ripping off the nostalgia critic, and so I stopped doing it because I stopped doing the movie reviews because I just hated myself and I just wanted never to live. I just wanted to stop, so I stopped. I stopped making videos for like a year because I just got so pissed off that nobody was like. I was ripping off the nostalgia critic, and I'm like, okay, I should just stop doing this. Ah, so yeah, that's what I did. And then I did the music video show, and I stopped watching the nostalgia critic because it's like, okay, I just gotta like tone it down, and that's exactly what I did. I toned it down. That's why I like the music video show better because it's easier to write. Like I can edit like crazy. Because here's the thing, I edited 4 episodes last week and 4 episodes this week, and possibly a fifth. I'm possibly gonna do a fifth episode because like it's still early. It's 7:06, so it's still early. So I can actually do that and then like edit the rest tomorrow when I wake up, probably. When I wake up, if I wake up early enough. Uh, man. But yeah, yeah, season eight's gonna come soon. It's gonna come real soon. I'm working on it. I'm working really hard on it. Uh, oh man, yay! Yeah, I'm working on season eight really hard. I'm working really hard on season eight. I mean, not sexually exploiting it. Yeah. So I'm just here for another few minutes until I get all this shit done, and hopefully sooner than later. Because I'm gonna vacuum this room, and no one will be on the wider. Hmm. Mm-mm-mm. Mm. But it's probably gonna be like a heavy rush considering like it's near Christmas. So I'm just gonna put this whole thing in a ponytail or a bun and then sleep with it on. And I'm gonna go out and get this washed. Like just get it all washed. Cause the twist the hairstyling I got this time it was the lady did it fine. It's just that not what I wanted. I can't do single braids because they'll break my hair. So yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot Mystery Science Theater. I was talking about that. My God, I was talking a lot and I got sidetracked. So Mystery Science Theater. Uh, I can tell you exactly when I actually watched my very first Mystery Science Theater episode. It was Halloween 2012. Like I was sitting, like I downloaded a few episodes at the library that used to be there, but it closed down recently. Libraries can't be friends, can they? I miss that library. So I was at the library and I downloaded about 5 episodes. It was Mitchell. That was Mitchell was the first one I ever watched, and then I also downloaded Manos the Hands of Fate. I downloaded Mitchell and Soul Taker, I think. I downloaded a few of them, and the first one episode I ever watched was in here in 2012 on Halloween, and it was Mitchell, which was a great episode. I laughed the first, uh, I laughed the like when they started ripping the movie, I was like laughing my ass off. I couldn't stop. I was like, that was the most I've laughed in a while. And I'm like, okay, this is actually hilarious. And it's a great episode. Not the first episode you should be watching first of Mystery Science Theater. I suggest Pod People or Cave Dwellers, as anyone would tell you. Pod People is the third episode of the third season, I think. So yeah, that's where the quality really improves. Um, like I said before, like Mitchell's not the shouldn't be the first episode of Mystery Science Theater you should watch because you will be confused in the framing device because that's Joel Hodgson's last episode, and then Mike Nelson was like put into place as the new host. So I'm like, what's going on? So I didn't know what was going on. I was like, what the hell's going on? What the hell's this? And I'm like, and then I started watching like I was like, huh, okay, so this is what happens. Like, so that's why Mitchell was like that. And like, oh, it's a replacement, not the same guy. It's like, okay, because at one point I got confused. So yeah, Mitchell was a great episode, not the first one you should be watching if you're going to start out that way. Hell, I think you should like before you even see the reboot, or if you have, okay. But I think you should give the original series a chance because it's actually really funny. And there are some people out there who say that the Gauntlet is like 6 episodes. I'm like, I was concerned too, but at the same time, it's like it's all about quality, and it's on Netflix, so they can take their time in terms of repping in their quality. That's why there's only 6 episodes. And besides, the seventh season had 6 episodes, so it's not like controversial or anything. It's just that they just need time to space out jokes and write jokes and rework jokes and rework jokes and rework jokes. You know, that's what you should like. People should be doing. That's what a lot of people do to get noticed. Except, you know, I'm not noticed. Hmm. Yeah, I'm not noticed a lot here. Okay. All right. This is gonna get pretty serious. Um, if you've seen my one of my something different episodes, I apologize for season 5, 6, and 7, and I'm gonna do that again. I am sorry for seasons 5, 6, and 7. Jesus Christ. I'm just gonna tell you right now, it was out of jealousy, and I just wanted to do it because I did it because I was jealous of somebody, a popular YouTuber, not the Paul brothers. They're assholes, but not them, but somebody else. Like I was sitting right here watching a live stream of this person, and like, oh, they're getting people to watch them. That's great. I'm not getting anybody, despite how hard I work, and I just got angrier and angrier and angrier. And God, I just wanted. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to start working right away. And this was around the tail. This is the last day of 2017. Usually I'd be out with a friend in 2017, but he moved out of the country. So yeah, he moved. I stayed here, and it was just me and my dad in the house. He was watching TV. I was just like on my laptop watching things, and I see this person, and I got so upset. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this, and so I'm like, I'm gonna do 30 episodes out of jealous just to spite this person because I hate this person. I still do, I'm not gonna tell you who. I just didn't like this person because it was out of jealousy, and maybe the feelings would cool off eventually. But as for now, no, not now. Like not now. I'm still really pissed off. But again, I like to apologize for like the last 3 seasons. I wanted to entertain people, and instead I just got angry, and the quality just got worse to the point where season 7 was just me just being so bitter about things. Like season 7, I was just bitter. Like, my God, like the tail end of 2017 was when season 4 was still being written on, and the jealousy did like the anger didn't touch season 4. Like there was not as much. There was like a couple of drops of jealousy in season 4, but then season 5 was just drenched in it, and then season 6 it was just apathetic, and then season 7 was like I just don't care. I just want this done. I barely cared about the quality. I just didn't care, and it just got worse. I started losing so much weight, as you can see. This is oh god, yeah. I didn't realize how skinny like from this angle I look fine, but in the camera it's like holy crap, what happened? I'm like, yeah, holy crap. So yeah, it was just the last 3 seasons were done out of jealousy and apathy, and I I apologize for that. It was just that I just didn't. Sometimes I don't think what I do is great. Like I'm kind of jealous about. I'm like with that with everybody, even my crush, who is a tattoo artist and he's cute. So yeah, cat's out of the bag. I don't think anybody has noticed like my hat having a bisexual heart on it. They're probably too busy noticing the black nail polish I have. Which reminds me, I forgot to apply black nail polish when I was shooting my episodes. Damn, I forgot. Oh well, it's about the quality, not the quantity. Not the quantity. Like I'm gonna make the same episode twice, which I probably did because I did a lot of recycled jokes in the past 3 seasons, like Walmart jokes, like a lot of Walmart bashing. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get rid of those jokes. I don't think there's any in season 8 because I am a bit better. I am a bit like after talking all about all the shit that happened to me or what was going in my mind, what's going on in my mind in this year. I felt like it was a great, like it was a weight lifted from me. You know, it was a weight lifted, and I felt better about it, and that's how come season 8 is kind of. I don't want to say it's lighter because that's what season 3 was, but it's on par in quality with season 3 and 4. So, me having fun for once, me stumbling my lines a lot, which is why like sometimes I could shoot an episode for like 30 minutes instead of the usual 20. Well, not usual, yeah, usual 20. I could shoot 30 minutes because I keep flubbing my lines, which I'm not gonna put any blooper reels on because uh that's gonna take a while. I put blooper reels for no. I usually put blooper reels like one blooper reel an occasional episode, but whatever, whatever. So yeah, season 8's gonna come soon. I think next week, hopefully next week, so I can actually like do something about this next week. Hopefully next week Thursday. I hope next week Thursday because could have. I don't know. I have no idea. You know what? We'll just wait and see. I know it's coming out this month. I just don't know when. The problem is when it's going to come out because I'm almost done. I finished shooting the season. It's just that I have like I finished writing, I finished shooting, I just have to finish editing. Is this it? Oh man! And I have a couple more here. I have a few more here, so it's fine. Just gonna keep doing. I don't think she blow dry. That's the thing. I don't think she blow dried it. Yeah, I don't think she blow dried it. And here it is. I'm gonna leave that for now. I'm used to my hair being really messy, but seeing like I'm doing this 2 weeks later. I'm doing this like 2 weeks later, like 2 weeks afterwards. So it's like I did this 2 weeks ago, so I'm like, okay, fine. So yeah, it's not as messy as it was before. Not as messy as it was before, but whatever. Like not much dandruff or whatever. So yeah, uh, let's see. Mm, so let's see. Yeah, I went to my first drag show, or two drag shows now. I went last week and I went the week before. And I went the week before. I went with friends. Well, obviously I would go with friends. I'd be afraid to go alone, but I went with friends, like which my friend met through the internet, and she got chummy with them. And I'm like, okay, she's like, okay, you got to meet this person, and yeah, we met, and they were cool people. One of them is a hipster, an admitted hipster, but I'm not gonna admit I'm a hipster. No way. So we went to a drag show, um, and it was fun. It was fun. I just like the music. I just like dancing. I got to dance with I got to dance with a guy, but well, he pulled me in. He pulled me in, and then it's like one of our friends. He pulled me in, and we just started dancing. You know, and it was fun. Yeah, yeah, it was fun. And yeah, like all of them are really nice. I got like we all talked, and it's like, yeah, well, cool. That's cool. Unless like unless there's something I don't like about it, I like them fine. So yeah. And before that, I did go to a record store and I found two CDs which I was looking for, and that was Green Day's Insomniac and Green Day's and their next album, which was Nimrod. And I was looking forward to getting Insomniac. Oh my god, Insomniac! Finally, I got it! I got Insomniac, and I listened to it a couple of days later. I'm like, it's okay. This is good, but it's okay. And I'm like, oh, what's Nimrod gonna sound like? Nimrod, so far, is my favorite Green Day album. It's that good. Because Insomniac was a darker, edgier version of Dookie, and it's like, oh, it's okay. It's good. It's just Dookie except darker. And then Nimrod, it's like, oh my god, what they're doing is amazing. They have all this experimentation with surf rock and punk rock and pop punk and like and there's so much experimentation in terms of genres that they blend into. And it's like, yeah, this is actually pretty damn good. This is like my favorite Nimrod. This is my favorite Green Day album, and it probably will be until I get Warning. Until I get Warning, it probably will be. Because here's the thing, if you like Nimrod, you'll like Warning too. Not love it, but you'll like it just as much. And that's what I hope, because I do like it when people that I think are one note or kind of one note or best known for one thing experiment. Like my favorite Led Zeppelin album is Led Zeppelin 3. Because here's the thing, I have all the Led Zeppelin albums up to Physical Graffiti. And every 2 weeks I bought two albums in the store. Like one week it's like, okay, I'm gonna buy the first two albums, and another week I'm gonna buy the next two albums. The first album is okay. Don't listen to it all live. I kind of get bored partway through. The second album I like a little bit better, but it's like it falls. I kind of lose interest after the fourth song, and then the third, like Led Zeppelin 3, I'm like, Okay, Immigrant Song, okay, and then I hear Friends for the first time. I'm like, oh my god, I really like this song. And then I listen to the rest of the album. I'm like, oh my god, this is so different from anything they ever done. And like, I really love this album. I really enjoy it. And then I listen to the fourth one, and I like this one too. And then I listen to um, crap, the album before Physical Graffiti. It's the album that's before Physical Graffiti. Um, I like that album too. I have it here. Hold on, I have it right here. Um, there's no name on the spine, so I don't really know. Shoot, it's the one with Over the Hills, and I really like that album too. And Physical Graffiti, I have a mixed reaction about because the first it's two discs. The first CD is great. I really like it. In fact, it's my second favorite Led Zeppelin album. That first Physical Graffiti disc, I really love that album. And then the second disc is the reason why I didn't get another Led Zeppelin album because I just couldn't do it. Like I could barely keep my eyes open. Like it was, I don't know why they couldn't have just like left it as one album. Honestly, just one album and that would be it. I'd be fine. I'd be fine if there was one Physical Graffiti album instead of a double album. So it's like, because here's the thing: the first CD of Physical Graffiti has an 11-minute song, and that went by fast. I mean, sure there was ending fatigue, but that went by fast. It was like that, and then it's like, Physical. It's like, oh no, the second CD, no. So yeah, I mean, yeah, mixed reception. Love the first CD, don't like the second one that much. Enough so didn't. I haven't bought a Led Zeppelin album in a couple of like since 2014. Say, like around the same time I bought, like I'm putting hair on this newspaper right now. So yeah, it's totally fun. It's totally fun if you're gonna disagree about, oh, Led Zeppelin, you should buy the next albums. And yeah, I should, but you know what? There's other albums I really want to get, like the third Mars Volta album. Like I have the first two. I just want to get the third album. I'm trying to get the third album. I don't want to order it online. I want to get it in my hand immediately at the store. So yeah, I remember I said, you know what? I'm gonna pre-order it. I'm just gonna order it at the store. I'm like, okay, this album is gonna come in 2 or 3 weeks. It's been 3 months, and I still haven't got a call about like any CD coming in. No calls at all. And it's like, oh god, I want to listen to this album, even though the first two albums are good. I wanted to hear this particular third album because I really like the first two songs. Well, I didn't really hear the first song of the two. I just kept hearing the second song, the longest one, which was like 11 minutes. And I mean, I can do 11 minutes now because like the longest song that Mars Volta ever has so far is Cassandra Gemini, which is 32 minutes. And I want to actually go back in time where me back in the American Idiot years when I heard Jesus is a Barbie, I'm like, oh my god, this song is long. It's 9 minutes, and I go come back. And it's like, oh, you think this song is long? And I put on for myself, my younger self, Cassandra Gemini, just Cassandra Gemini, and it's like, all right, let's see what can do about this. And I just give him 32 minutes, and I just leave him alone 32 minutes, blazingly confused because you know, uh, back then I didn't listen to a lot of rock. Like I listened to rock, but it was what everybody else was popular at the time. Like God, it's scratchy. I have a few more here, so hold on. Yeah, so like the Mars Volta, like I didn't know who Mars Volta was, so around American Idiot, um, when American Idiot came out, Mars Volta was like underground. So I think they were just 2004, so it was in between their first two albums. So I didn't hear a lot from them because they were overshadowed by Green Day. I mean, a lot of people were overshadowed by Green Day and their American Idiot album, which I ended up getting eventually, like, what, 2 years later? Because I really wanted to get that album because, I wanted to listen to Holiday over and over again. I had an MP3, but I just wanted the album. In fact, I actually, like, bought more CDs than MP3s. Like, I don't even download music that much. So, yeah, there's that. Hmm. Man, I really want to get Warning now. No, seriously, I want to get Warning because Nimrod was really good. I'm like a young blood, young blood, young. Yeah, I know it's a song from another album, but I just can't stop. It's that catchy. Like the Green Day albums I have, Dookie, Insomniac, Nimrod, American Idiot, 21st Century Breakdown, and Revolution Radio. All I need to do is get Warning, and I have that set that I want. I don't want to get their first two albums though. I don't want to get the trilogy. Speaking of that, I remember when the trilogy came out and was coming out. I was like, I don't want to get this. I don't want to get into the album because that's not going to be enough room for my CD case. I didn't think it was gonna. I didn't think it was gonna be bad. I heard it was lukewarm at best. Like it wasn't that great. This trilogy wasn't that great. But it was more like I'm not gonna get it mostly because there's not gonna be enough room for my CD case. Man, and thank God for that. Thank God I didn't like get it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get cornrows because this is horrible. This is messed up. It's fried. I'm just tearing things apart. Yeah, my hair is fried. Oh my god. How am I gonna go over this? Going on for about an hour. I think. I can't tell time. I don't know when I started this. I can tell you right now, I'm just gonna have to get cornrows because this is ridiculous. I'm gonna have to wash my hair and just. Usually I get somebody else to wash my hair, and this time's no exception. Because I tried washing my hair once. It was bad. Really bad. Yeah, I didn't get it blow dried properly. Shoot. Two strand twist. Why didn't I just get regular twists? Fuck. Oh, Christ. Oh, I think I'm almost done. I think this is really hard to get. Oh, my God. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to get cornrows because this is fucked up. Ah, fuck. So, I'm almost done. Hopefully, I will be. If I'm not missing anything here. They were easy to take out. Oh, Christ. Hold on. Seems like fun. Let's see. This doesn't look good on camera. It usually never does. Thank God I did this early instead of like midnight. So I'm just gonna go out tomorrow and corn roll it. Yeah, I'm just gonna corn roll this, and then I'm just gonna get it graded in a couple of more weeks. So let's see if this will fit. Uh, God, it's in the middle of ponytail. That means I fucked it up. Yeah, I fucked it up a lot. Hold on. Oh man. Oh, I fucked it up. Oh, I fucked it up. Yeah. Yeah. So there you have it. That's how. Thank you for joining me in this. This is a huge pile of pubes. Uh, I'm gonna throw this out. I'm gonna shake all this outside. Oh my god! I made a Joan Rivers joke, and there's a Joan Rivers comic here. Oh my god! Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna have to go. Garbage. I'm gonna go clean up this room and put on a head tie for tomorrow morning. So, thank you for watching this thing. So, till then, bye.